Hi y'all, I'm Allison. So we're at September 11th and I haven't started reading my TBR for the month. I did play my game. I have a list of books, but I haven't picked anything up because I've been finishing up with the Magical Readathon. So since I'm behind, I figured the best way to kick me into gear and get my reading started is to play Bingo Maze. So I've got 72 hours to try to get a bingo. If you haven't seen this before, the colored balls are prompts. Behind it are arrows that will turn this into kind of a maze of sorts. All the prompts on here are rather open, so hopefully I will be able to choose from my books that I'm already slotted to read this month. If I don't have anything that fits in my TBR, then I will go scouring my shelves to see what else is out there. I have 72 hours to get a bingo, 5 in a row. If I manage to do that, then next month I get to double up all of my extras prompts with my regular TBR games, because next month I will be playing Just Spin It, The Sims TBR, and Bookopoly. So I'm going to have a long list of books. So if I can double up 5 of those, that would be really good. All right, it's going to be hard to get 5 in a row, which is why the reward is so high. The rules are really simple. I'll be spinning the wheel. It'll get a number, prompt, book. If I get a number that's already been called, then the arrow will come into play. I would follow the arrow to the next covered spot. If it leads to a dead end, then I respin. I will only be spinning the wheel twice. After that, if we keep hitting dead ends, I will draw rocks. So it's really simple. It's a lot of fun, and I hope you're going to enjoy this. All right, let me get my wheel because I'm not as prepared as I thought I was. And I think I'm going to take the simple way out. This is pre-game time, by the way. It's like 5:15 right now. So this will start at 6 p.m. So that'll give me a little bit of time to get things taken care of around the house, grab a bite to eat real quick, and then the clock will start. I'm hoping this time I will have a clock running in the corner for y'all. We'll see if I can pull that off. All right, so let's find out what my first book is going to be. I'm going to see if I can just hold the wheel and spin it. I don't know if this is going to work. And I'll have a surface for it properly. And, you know, during our next spin. Okay, let's see how this works. I think that's 12. That is 12. By the way, I forgot to mention the star spot. If it lands on that, I do the number 1, and I also get to rotate the star arrow anytime. So, okay, number 12. By the way, I did fix my arrows from last time. You may notice it's a square. So I won't have to guess which way it is pointing. All right, now to find number 12, because I did and we've got a whole new configuration of numbers and everything. Oh, it's right here. So next time, if I get a 12, it'll rotate around and we'll pull number 1. So that's how it works. My prompt is a sci-fi. Let me check and see if there's one on my list. I doubt it. Of course not. So I have to add a new book right off the bat. Okay. Of course, the key to this is reading as many books as I can within the 72 hours to up my odds of getting a bingo. So, you know, shorter is better. Dystopians are sci-fi, right? Oh no, now I have a dilemma. I read The Maze Runner in August for the Magical Readathon. And I am also reading Hunger Games. And that movie's coming out in November. Oh. Since the movie's coming out, I'm going with Catching Fire Part 2 in the Hunger Games. Dystopians are sci-fi. So, yes. All right, it's Monday, September 11th. It's actually 6:15 p.m. We are going to start the clock right now. I have until 6:15 on Thursday, which would be September 14th. And luckily, I realized I read Catching Fire in July. I am actually on Mockingjay. So I am going to read this one. All right. The game is on, and I'm going to go read. Bye. Good morning. It's 8:15 on Tuesday morning. I finished Mockingjay last night at 1:05 a.m. It was so good. It's so heart-wrenching. I love this trilogy. Still stands up. Still incredible. I am about to run out the door to take my son to a dentist appointment. And it'd be great if I had a book that I can read in the waiting room. So let's see if we can pick out my next book real quick before I have to go. Everybody else in my house is asleep, so I'm trying to keep my voice down a little. I hope I'm not too quiet for y'all. And I'm doing it the low-tech way again. So let's give it a spin and see what number I get. $23. You see that? These are so much fun to do. Okay, where's 23? There it is. Ah, got two in that row. And the arrow goes up. Random, Once Upon a Book Club, adult. That's a good thing. This means I'll finish another box and make more room on my shelves for when I reorganize. Okay, the adults are pink. We're shrinking. Look, there's one pink box left. I really hope it's something good. I'm probably going to regret this. By the way, when you get to be 50-something, it's really hard to get back up off the floor. It sucks. All right. Might be a little heavier than I wanted first thing in the morning, but I will be reading Mad Honey, and I'll do another vlog video for this one, telling you what I think about the book as I read it and unwrapping the presents. Jody Pickle, I don't know how you say her name. It's too early for figuring things out. Anyway, I will see y'all after I finish the book. Ran into a bit of a snag on Tuesday because Mad Honey, I could not finish this book. I tried. I found it way too triggering. It should have warnings in it for domestic abuse, suicide attempts. I could not finish this book. I got quite a ways into it, and I realized that there was no way. I wasn't going to force myself to continue to read it. The depictions of the domestic abuse, I was having, no. I'm just, it's not worth my mental state. And it does not make for an entertaining video for y'all if I'm, careening down into a funk. And it did put me in a funk. I could not read at all the rest of Tuesday. I think I gave up on the book. I think it was about 8 o'clock when I finally said, no more, I can't do it. And I did start reading, this. And the spin was done at 8 a.m. I also decided I am not doing the unboxing video for it. I'm just not. I'm not going to spend any extra time on that book. But I don't want to bring today's video down. So we're just going to leave it at that. I will open the rest of the presents. There are 2 more that I didn't get to. And I will show you everything that was included with the book at the very end. I am not saying this is a bad book. I'm saying it should definitely have had trigger warnings. And it pushes all the stuff. No. It's just not for me. Because it does have really good reviews. Most people loved it. This is just one that was not meant for me at all. And I'm not going there. So I did waver back and forth all night and this morning on how to proceed with my readathon from here. Now, I have decided that what we are going to do is reset the clock and just erase Tuesday from existence. It didn't happen as far as this readathon goes. And the reason for that is, as of Tuesday morning when we started it, here's how much time I had when I was directed to this book. Adjust the clock for now. We've lost more than half of the readathon. That's not fun for anybody. So what we're going to do is start the clock instead of on Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock. We're going to start it from Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock and just kind of remove that 24 hours, tack that day back on the end. So instead of ending at 6 p.m. on Thursday, this will end 6 p.m. on Friday. So if we restarted our clock on Wednesday morning at 8 a.m., I've already lost some time, and that's okay because I had to go to the grocery store and everything. I'm okay with losing time for stuff like that. Not when I'm thrown into a dark spiral because of a book. So that's what I've decided. I think that'll make it fun again for y'all and for me, because otherwise this thing's going to end really fast. So, yeah. By the way, let me know if you think this is the way I should have handled, because I went back and forth and I was really wishing I had like Instagram or something so I could poll y'all and say, what do I do? Because I didn't know. And yeah, but I figure I shouldn't be penalized because a book put me in such a state that I could not pick up anything else. And y'all wouldn't want to have, yeah, I would not have been fun to have been around. So, okay, let's cover the 9 back up. Okay, so here's the prompt. That was the other thing. I wasn't sure if I should shuffle them. I don't know what to do in this situation. So we're just going to cover it back up. I don't like knowing what's under there. But you know what it is? It is what it is. So let's go ahead and get the wheel and spin and proceed from here. I'm going to move y'all closer to the wheel. Okay, are we ready? Let's find out which number I'm going to get today. Number 13. That is my favorite number. I hope it will be good to me. I need something. I want to get back into an excited mode to play this game. Okay, so a 13 is, it was right under number 12. That was our other number. Okay, you ready? I love that I did the squares. I don't have to decide. If we get 13 again, it points us up that way. So that was a good design change. 300 to 399 pages. Okay, for this one, surely I have a book in my list for September that falls within this page range. And I don't think I've shown y'all. Let's move again. As y'all know, this is my active month shelf. That's my TBR for September. Here's what I've read. Today is the 13th. See if we can get one of those books reach over to here, because that means it's been read. I'm going to find one that fits our page range. It's turning out to be a very active morning. Y'all are just going everywhere. All right. Karen M. McManus is going to come to my rescue. I absolutely love her books. And this one is 358 pages, 359, so it fits. It was a just-minute prompt. And this is a new release. It came out, I think, in July. Yeah, the end of July of this year, 2023. So I am going to go read this. It continues the One of Us is Lion trilogy. So, yes. I will be back with y'all when I am done with this. And today is going to be a great reading day. I can feel it. I finished it, and it was so good. If One of Us is Lying is on your radar, but you haven't quite decided yet, get it. It's such a good trilogy, and the final book, I was all for it. I just love these characters, and it was awesome spending more time with them. Let's update our clock because it's like 9 o'clock at night. I did play Villainous with my daughter today, so I won, by the way, as Maleficent against, who does she play? Lotso. So that was fun. And I gladly sacrificed reading time for that. And we had to take the cats to the vet. Joey has a scratch on her eye, so she has to get eye drops 3 times a day. That'll be interesting. You know, cats and eye drops. And Finley's having some trouble with his mouth. All right, let's go closer to my wheel and find out what I'm going to be reading next. I'm going to carry you. I'm a little concerned about Finley. He's got some issues with his gums. His breath is terrible. It always has been. Hopefully it's something that he'll grow out of by the time he's 3, so we'll see. He got a steroid shot today, so hopefully when he goes back in 2 weeks, it'll be much better. All right, let's go ahead and spin. Number 7. Gotta find my board. No, before I do that, here's what's at my feet. All right, I found my board, and my daughter just told me I look like I've been through the ringer and like I've got black eyes. So, you know, it is 9 o'clock at night, and I am getting old. I'm 53. So, anyway, number 7, here's what we want. Doesn't really help us as far as anything, but it's still very early. It does help us. Look. Free pick. I get to pick anything. So I'm going to choose something from this month's TBR. Try and get something short and sweet so I can spin again for tonight. So I got really short. It was Queen Elizabeth, which is for, oh, actually just spin it. Or I could do my Cozy Mystery for TBR Knockout. There we go. So Nancy Drew or Queen Elizabeth. You know what? I'm going to save this one in case nonfiction is on there. So, I think that's a strategic move. Because each time I play, I do have the 10 genres that I break my books down into. They all have their own little thing. And I put 2 different ones up each month. But I don't know which ones are on the board. So nonfiction could be on there somewhere. All right. I'm going to read the 3rd Nancy Drew, which is A Bungalow Mystery. So when I'm done with this, I will come back. By the way, here's where we stand on the clock as of this moment. So time's a-ticking. I finished it. I loved it. These just give me such a nostalgic vibe. Every time I read them, I feel like I'm a kid again back at my parents' house and staying up late with my flashlight to read my Nancy Drew books. So loved it. And I just realized my battery's dead on my microphone. So we're just going to bear with the audio for this. I will get a new battery tomorrow. But I want to spin and see what's going to be next. Because it's going on, it's a little bit after midnight. So I think I have like 42 hours, 41 hours left. So if I spin tonight, maybe I'll read a little bit more tonight. And then go to bed because the cats will have me up early. All right. Let's give it a spin and see what number I get. Nine. Do we have that? No, I don't think so. Okay, so here we go. So we got 2 that way. Oh, we've got 3 that way. Less than 299 pages. Okay, let me see. I think, ooh, wait. So I know that this one will work. But again, I'm holding on to it in case the nonfiction is on there. I don't know if it will be or not. Man, that made my light dim. It's magic. Sorry, it's getting a little late and I'm getting a little loopy. Let's see how many pages this is. I hope it'll fit. Oh, 282. So, I think there might be one more. Okay, this was the only one. And I definitely want to read as many books as I can from my September TBR. So, this is another one that was picked by Just Spin It. And it was recommended to me by the lady who works at the bookstore. And she said if you liked Thursday Murder Club and those, that this one is really good. So I'm excited for this one. Cozy mystery with elderly main characters. So I don't know if I'll start it tonight or tomorrow morning, but I will be back when I'm done for another spin at the wheel. Maybe we can actually get a bingo. That would be so awesome. All right. I'll see you probably tomorrow, because it is like 12:15, 12:20, and I don't know. I may just go to bed and pick this up first thing in the morning. I'll let you know later. Bye. I've got less than 24 hours, just barely, and I finished it. I loved every minute with this book, and I need to see if there's a sequel, because this needs to be a series. So much fun and a really good mystery. I did figure out 80% of it. There were still some portions of it that surprised me, and love these characters. This is what I hope to be when I get older. We've got a 77-year-old lady who is running the thing, and she pulls in two women who become friends. One's in her 50s and one's in her 40s. And I like seeing the older characters. You know, maybe because I'm getting there myself. But we need to find out what my next book is going to be. And I got to go to the wheel. So, shall we? Number 6. We're definitely staying on that part of the wheel. Oh, and I got new batteries for my microphone, so the audio should be much better from here on out. Okay, I don't think we're going to get to play with arrows today, which is a bummer. They're so much fun. But look, number 6. You've got to be kidding me. Number 11 is the one in the corner. That's the one number I didn't get at all during my last. Why is it always 11? What are the odds of that? Okay. Nice. We got a good prompt. I'm going to move this so you can see the board behind me. I get to do one of the extras for next month. So let me look and see what's on offer for October. See if I can get ahead of the game a little bit. And I am looking at the prompts for Buzzword, TBR Knockout, Read Your Bookshelf, and the Iliad Adventures, which is Nacilla. And now that I think about it, I haven't done this month's prompts yet. So I wonder if I should change that to where it says this month or next month. Or maybe I'll add another one in. Okay. So October. For TBR Knockout, we can do a thriller or something with a monster in it. Buzzword is a magic-related word. And I can't do Read Your Bookshelf because I haven't read my book yet. And that one, your prompt depends on the book that you read from the previous month, and then you go from that. So since I haven't read September, that won't work. And for Iliad, I don't know which way I'm going yet. Okay, so let me see what I can find. I'll grab a couple of options, and then we'll pick one. Okay, so I have Never a Hero by Vanessa Lynn. This is, I think it may just be a duology, but it's part 2 of Only a Monster. And I really enjoyed the first one. So this one, we've got a monster and a monster hunter. But it's flipped. The girl is the monster and the guy is the monster hunter. Or got a middle grade Monster High, The Ghoul Next Door. And this is part 2. So I think I'm going to go with the middle grade. I was planning to read this in October anyway. So I'll read this one and maybe I can get to part 3 in October. And this will give me a shot at having another spin for tonight, and maybe we'll get the elusive 11. So I'm going to do this, and I will be back with y'all when I am done. I forgot how funny and charming these actually are. I had such a good time with this one. And I've got to remember or try my best to get the next one on my list in October, because it's just such a good time. And it screams spooky season. So I think I've only got 2 more in this series. I think there was 4. So anyway, it's like 11:30 at night on Thursday. So I've got roughly about 18 hours left. And I have to sleep in there. And I intend to get a full night's sleep. But let me get the board. I still can't believe, just like the first time I played this, I have a shot at a bingo on the first day. Only number I need is 11. So let's see if we can get that. How cool would that be? I forgot what I was supposed to win if I got this. Did I ever say? So if I didn't say at the beginning, because I don't remember, that was a few days ago. If I get a bingo before this video is over, then I get to double up on all of my extra prompts for next month. So I can use books that I select for Just Spin It or The Sims or Bookopoly or whatever game I'm playing for all of my extras as well. So I could potentially knock like 5 off of my list. But let's get to the wheel and find out what my next prompt's going to be. Okay, cross your fingers for 11. Are you ready? 8. It's close. 3 numbers away. Okay. Oh, I was like, oh, there's 11. But I've got 11 stuck in the brain. I need number 8. Have we had it? You gotta be kidding me. It's right next door. And we haven't gotten to play with any arrows today either. Okay. Random letter. So I have to pull up the thing, and whatever letter I get, the title of the book will have to start with that. So let me go over to the computer. Okay, let's spin and see what we get. N. Okay, that might be a good letter to work with. Let me check my current TBR first. Actually, it is Ninth House by Lee Bardugo. Dark Academia. I'm reading this one for the Elliott Adventures, which is Nasilla. She from Book Roast. So I am going to read this Dark Academia. It's, like I said, going on 11:45. I'll start this tonight. I definitely won't be finishing this before I go to bed, and hopefully I will finish it in time to do one more spin tomorrow, but we will have to find out then. All right, I will see y'all tomorrow. Good night. I completed it. I finished it, but unfortunately, my clock ran out. I finished this at 10 minutes after 6. So 10 minutes after the end of my readathon. I was really hoping to get another spin in today, but at least I got the book done. And this one, much to Lily's chagrin, I think was a little too dark for me. And honestly, I was on the fence on whether I was going to continue it. This is the beginning of a series, and I looked to see if the next one is out already, which it is, Hellbent. But this cover, that's too creepy. I'm not holding that cover. So I have decided for that cliffhanger that was left at the end of it, I am just going to assume it took them 10 minutes to resolve that, and everybody's going to live happily ever after, because I'm not holding a book with that cover. I find, no, nope. There's my line. No. So let's look at this. Here's where phase 1 ends, in that freaking 11. I don't know what it is with that number, but yeah, we will be back to this board. I'm not going to clear it. We're going to do what we did last time, and there will be 3 phases total. So the next time I play, I will have 48 hours. Or maybe I'll go, what would be 12 more? Maybe I'll go from 60 to 48, or should I do 48 and then 36 again? And we'll leave it up to y'all. So should phase 2 give me 60 hours, and then phase 3 would be 48 hours? Or should I do 48 hours next time and then knock it down to 36? So do y'all want to see a little bit longer in each video or not? It's basically what it boils down to. A difference of 12 hours. So, because I want to play with the arrows, and we didn't get any doubles, so we didn't get the chance today. But I got so close. Let's take a look at the books that I did read to see if I actually made any substantial progress on my TBR for September. So I managed to finish all of these books in my 72 hours. Plus, if we add back the time on Tuesday that I skipped, or was it Wednesday? I did another 256 pages in here. But the only thing that came out of this is, I know I'm going to unhaul it. I almost forgot. I got to open the last of the gifts so y'all can see what was in there. So I will do that in just a second. Anyway, I read 2,170 pages, but we need to subtract the 256 from Mad Honey, so that gave me a total of this many pages. I'm not doing the math in my head right now. So out of these, let me look. These 3, One of Us is Back, the Marlowe Murder Club, and the Bungalow Mystery were part of my September TBR. And Ninth House, Mockingjay, and what was that? Oh, Monster High. Those were not on my TBR, but that's okay. I enjoyed all of these. Even I did enjoy Ninth House. It's just not something I feel compelled to continue. I'll give it a solid 3. In fact, let me think. Favorite out of all of these, I think I have to go with Marlowe Murder Club. I think this was the best out of it. And I did look it up. Part 2 is already out. Death Comes to Marlowe. I will be grabbing that next time I go to the store. And there will be a 3rd one next year. Lily found her squeaker. Wasn't sure if I could do that. I'll give it back to her when we're done. I really enjoyed One of Us is Back too. I don't know that I'd give it a full 5. It might just be 4.5. I haven't really sat down and wrote any notes on anything yet. A Mockingjay. That's another 4.5 or a 5. It's so good, but it's so sad. And you know, Nancy Drew it was nice to break up all of the heartache and the despair and, you know, murder and everything with a nice little cozy mystery from the 30s. And I really had a good time at Monster High. It's just so over the top and frivolous, but still, I think it has a good message on accepting people. So it was a fun time. And then, of course, I already talked about Ninth House. I think, I don't know if I'll unhaul this one right away. I might hold on to it and see if my curiosity causes me to want to find out what happens in book 2. Maybe if the paperback cover is different. I don't know. We'll see. Because I cannot stand, if I own a hard copy, hardcover, and a paperback, they all have to be the same. So I don't know what will happen with this one. We'll find out later. But since I definitely know I am unhauling this and getting this out of my house, we need to open up the gifts. Because I also canceled that video. I'm not doing a video on this one. So let me show you what the first gift was. It was this cheesy sketch in, I guess, like dollar store frame. This is a sketch that one of the main character draws while he's in prison. And this is just protected film over the plexiglass, but I'm not keeping this. I'll take this to Goodwill. Maybe somebody can use it for the frame. Every now and then they put one of these in the boxes, you know, like a sketch or a drawing that somebody does in the book. And I always use them for scrap paper or something like that. There's nothing I would ever hang up on my wall. This time, though, they added a frame, which would not be okay if you, like, painted it black or something. But nope, it's going to. Here was the other gift. That was towards the very end of the book, page 391. So let's see what's in here. I like the little yellow bag with a honeycomb on it. I did like that aspect of the book, the beekeeper part, but I think that was all I liked about it. Okay, what do we have? Okay, this is Asher reaches for a bowl of ice cream and holds it out to me. So it's a bowl cozy. Set of 2. Okay, so this is like if you've got a bowl of ice cream or a bowl of soup, you put it in here. And then you can hold on to it so it won't burn or freeze your hands. And it's got bees on it. Again, I don't know if this is something I'll keep. Also looks like it could be a little... or a bra. I'll probably get rid of these. I don't know. And there is one more gift left. So that was on the last page of the book. Page 432. I like the bees on the box. So let's see what's in this one. This is actually cool looking. It's like the honeycomb shape. Oh, it's a honey jar with, what is, you know, the little, I'm blank. I know the term. It's like a spoon or something that you can get your honey out with. This I like. It says, on here it says, sweet as honey. It will keep until she is ready. So I do like that. What is a drizzle? I think that is that what it's called? It's the drizzle stick. So this, I like. This will actually go in my kitchen. My husband knows somebody who has beehives. I think he did bring home fresh honey one day. So if he gets some more, we can put it in this jar. So, okay, out of the gifts, only one I liked was this one. And I'll probably just get rid of the other 2 things. In fact, I may just go into my recycling bin. I don't know how sturdy this one is. So, yeah, this box just wasn't for me. It's not to say somebody else wouldn't like that book, but not for me at all. I think this was a success, even though I didn't get my bingo. I got so close, though. So I will be playing it again in October, and y'all will determine how long I get with the wheel. 60 hours or 48. So let me know what you want to see, because I know I'm going to have a huge TBR in October, and this will help me decide what order to read things in. All right, y'all have a great one. I am going to slow down my roll here. I'm not going to be putting them out every other day. I'm going to aim for every 3rd day, but we will see. I got to get the house decorated for Halloween and all of that fun stuff. So y'all have a great one, and I hope to see you very soon. By the way, if you haven't done it already and you're enjoying this, why don't you subscribe? All right, bye.